This is Robert from the Open Eye, and I wanted to extend some thoughts on a previous video. And as I was thinking about it, I realized that this is about the dangers of magic. It's something that you're really not told about in a lot of books. A lot of teachers skip over this part, so I wanted to make sure that I shared it with you. In a previous video, which I talked about um, the reason why we disbelieve in magic, I shared a story about creating a conversation about baseball at work. And that story went like this. The people that I work with didn't talk about baseball. They were into the World of Warcraft. And the other people that I worked with were just working with in passing. I'd go by their desk, talk to them for a minute, and leave, and it was all work related. There was never any conversation that was really personal, or there wasn't much. So I decided, just for an experiment, to do a spell that created a conversation about baseball. And what happened was, is a fellow moved into my building. I walked into his office as he was moving in. I introduced myself just as he was hanging up a San Francisco Giants pennant up on his wall. And I'm a Dodger fan, and Dodger fans and Giant fans will always razz each other. We had a brief conversation about baseball. I put my stuff down, went to get lunch, came back, and the man was moving out. And he had been told that he to move into this building immediately, but they gave him the wrong building, so he moved somewhere else. And that created conversation about baseball, and that was really cool. And then I talked a little bit about how the mind will make that as a coincidence instead of the result of magic. But here's the dangerous part of magic. The unit that I work in the day job, now has baseball fans, and I mean a lot of them. I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people now in my unit that are baseball fans, and we talk about baseball on a regular basis. Now I want you to think about that for a minute, because I did that spell 7 years ago to have a conversation about baseball at work. And over the course of time, I am now surrounded by baseball fans, most of which are Giants fans. So what I'm saying is, magic lasts longer than you think it does. When you do a spell that you want to have a short duration, put a time limit on it. Say something along the lines of, you will continue to work until the next full moon or the next dark moon, and then your energies will return to the universe and affect lives here no more, or words to that effect. And this reduces the possibility of your magic continuing and going on and on and on, which in my case is fun because I like talking about baseball. But if I was doing something else and trying to track something else in my life for a temporary thing, it could have been big trouble. So when you do magic, remember that your magic lasts. Set time limits on it. It doesn't always work. The time limits, most of the time they work, but when you do magic, it creates a flow in your life. It creates a river of time and possibilities and probabilities. So when you do magic, be careful. You are doing magic for something you really want, for something that you're willing to put up with long term. And if it's something that's really critical but short term, make sure you put a time limit on it that makes your magic expire. Otherwise, you could get yourself in a little bit of trouble. This is Robert from the Open Eye. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please subscribe to our YouTube page, and please come into the shop and visit. Thanks. Have a great day.